Okay, so it's campaigns week. We're in Tuesday. Campaigning has been going for one day. We're going to ask a few people around campus what they think of the campaigns, whether they like the fact that campaigns are happening and how they're finding it so far. So, do you actually intend to vote in the elections to begin with?
Yeah, no, I do. I saw the manifestos in the ball recently, so I think after reading that, I will, definitely.
Okay. Do you think the election is sort of advertised well enough? Because a lot of people don't seem to know they're happening, but you two seem quite clued up. Do you think it's advertised well?
I think so. With all these cardboard boards that have come up over campus over the last day or so, I think it's really obvious what's happening, and it's really easy to find out what's going on anyway.
Okay, good. About the cardboard, do you think the cardboard actually works? Do you think it helps, or do you just think it makes the place look a bit untidy?
I mean, I guess because it's only here for a temporary amount of time, it's not, it's not too bad. It's nice and colourful, and yeah, it definitely stands out for the people who live on campus. I think it's quite nice.
Do you feel like there's enough done to actually make sure people know what's happening in terms of the elections?
Well, I've had 2 people visit my kitchen distributing flyers regarding 2 of the candidates, so I'd say I'm getting enough publicity, and I can see all the cardboard signs tied to trees and everything, so I certainly know it's happening.
But do you know sort of the difference between the candidates, what each candidate stands for? Do you just see a load of sort of sloganeering and names that don't mean anything?
I would have to look deeper into the policies, but I think the policies are definitely there to look at if you so wish.
Do you feel like there could be more done to sort of make sure people know more about what's actually happening and who the different candidates are?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess there's probably stuff online, but maybe post manifestos around rather than, people have got all that stuff, but it's literally just saying this person for this.
Yeah.
Maybe get people to put up their manifestos.
Do you plan on voting?
Yeah, but I don't know who for yet.
What about the cardboard? Do you think it sort of helps people, or do you just think it makes the canvas look a little bit of a mess?
Firstly, it makes it look a bit of a mess, but if you put the manifestos up on cardboard as well, it would actually make a difference.
Okay, so first and foremost, do you know what the elections are all about?
Yeah, I know it's for some post working at the student union, but yeah, I don't have any more information about it.
Okay, what do you think could be done to make sure you have more information about the elections?
Maybe be more present on social medias, I would say, or just have some kind of public lectures to all students, just to talk about it. Maybe make them compulsory.
Yeah. What about the cardboard? Do you think the cardboard all over campus helps at all?
No, not really. I just feel it gives me the impression of a big event, but I don't know more about it with these cardboards.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of my flat, they're always complaining that the SU doesn't really represent them, but then when it comes around to elections, will they actually vote? Probably most of them won't. I think kind of candidates could definitely do more to approach people in sciences. I do history myself, so I think most of us end up voting, but I think definitely more needs to be done to kind of approach candidates, not candidates, individuals who don't know as much about it.
Okay, so first and foremost, do you know why the elections are happening and what they're for?
The sabbatical elections. Yeah, so I think it's to get the new officers in for next year. I think they're important personally because it's kind of the students' connection to management, and we need a voice, so I'm all for it.
About the campaigning methods, do you think the cardboard that's been used is a bit of a mess, or do you think it helps people actually learn what's happening and who's running for what?
Yeah, it's an interesting paradigm that's always been around, so I'm kind of used to it. I think it conveys messages reasonably effectively, and I imagine there's more of a move to social media, and that's probably good. But I have no issues with them using cardboard as well. I think I guess I'm kind of used to it, so I'm fine with that.
Okay, fair enough. You seem quite switched on about the whole thing, but do you think more could be done to sort of inform people who don't sort of follow student politics quite as closely as you seem to?
I think there's a need to, just knowing the low attendance at elections, given that not many people vote, I think more needs to be done, but that probably can be done in interesting ways of maybe pre-registering students somehow, or more nudges for them to vote. So more engagement is always good with democracy, but I'm not sure how.
What about the cardboard on canvas? Do you think that's sort of helpful, or does it just make a bit of a mess?
That just makes it just makes it a point that it's happening. Without that, no one would know it's happening.
I think you definitely need it. I like it. It changes campus, what's going on. I think to win it though, I think you've got to be outside the box. I think there needs to be more teddy bear costumes of people cleaning stuff out. So yeah.